All right, if Comdad is still in the chat and he needs a YouTube link, here you go. Just gonna at him right here. And other than that, we can kind of focus on the rest of this. For everyone who's coming back into this and wondering what the heck is going on, this is the $20,000 Shift Summer League, and we did just play Dignitas yesterday, but as Com will so rudely interrupt with a ceiling reset double tap, this is a double round robin, so we play every team in League play twice. So today is the first day in which we are looping around. All of today and the next 2 days next week are going to be rematches. We just happen to start with Dignitas yet again. So with game one under our belts, looking like OG off to a solid start. They're not messing around today. Dignitas going to have to sit with this L just a little bit. Just for a sec, as we figure out how the rest of this series is slowly going to turn out. We are going to be probably holding for just a second, because apparently, like a minute in, the referee immediately left. We have a shut-up chain going on. Yeah, Caleb is the streamer and also photographer and everything. I'll fight you on land. I'm starting beef with Dignitas right now. I actually don't want to fight Caleb. He's actually pretty built. But it's about showing up, chat, you know? You gotta get in their face. He said bet, so look forward to the Dignitas and OG activation at Worlds. Me and Caleb fight to the death. I want to know how we lost to Poab. Honestly, it was a pretty good series from them, but we definitely gave away a decent amount of goals that were pretty brutal. I think the boys understood that was the game that they really would want back more than anything else. We lost almost in the exact same fashion as we did in Game 5 against Shopify Rebellion. It was like good offense, everything was clicking, it was going well, and then we just like overcommitted on one attack. We like wanted it too bad, you know? And so that went out the wayside, and now we have to just sit with our mistakes. So again, this is a redemption arc from OG. If we win out in the league, we probably can make playoffs, but that's a tall ask. We don't really have a lot of leeway in here, so trying to start in here would be ideal. Krelly is apparently telling us we might have to remake. Oh, well, apparently we are going to be leaving lobby, so we're going to go back and to the main lobby. Man, this is a really extended break, chat. I apologize that you have to sit here and listen to me yap while staring at this face. Let's go OG and DT, name a better duo. Vanilla and chocolate. I don't even know if that's actually a good comparison. Do you guys like that? That's actually something I was talking about the other day with a friend. Do you guys, when you got custard, if you've ever gotten custard, yeah, we're not doing that. If we, it's like when you get custard, do you guys get one flavor or do you get the swirl? Because I always thought the swirl was pretty yike, you know? Like, I always felt like it clashed. I feel like vanilla's a palate and chocolate's too overpowering. So when you mix vanilla and chocolate, it just kind of just tastes like chocolate to me. I feel like it's kind of it's a waste, you know? Not a fan of that. So, ideally, I would like to be able to just have one flavor. And Loki, kind of go the same with scoops of ice cream. Not a huge fan of getting one scoop of one ice cream, one scoop of another one, unless you're eating it like super fast. But if you eat it really fast, I feel like it like destroys you. I don't know. I liked the swirl. Are you guys sprinkle fans? Jimmies? Do you guys like your Jimmies? Being able to throw that on there? Is Jimmy's a regional thing? Where in the U.S. do you call sprinkles Jimmy's? I want to say Canadian. I feel like that's a continental maybe divide here, or like a country divide. Jim, where do people call sprinkles Jimmy's? Jimmy's is a popular term for chocolate sprinkles in the Northeast and Midwest, specifically Philadelphia, Boston, New England. As someone who grew up in the Northeast, I completely disagree with this. I've never heard that. And I visit Philadelphia a lot. I don't think I've ever heard of Jimmy's from there. Taco, pay attention. It's literally the test lobby, guys. It's fine. I'm going to mute the game sound so you guys don't hear that and think you can tell me how to do my job. How dare you. Yeah, I wouldn't be just sitting here looking up Jimmy's if the game was going on. Like, I can hear the stuff, I just muted it on your end, so you can't hear it. They're doing a test lobby. Dignitas is not in yet. We are just so much more punctual. Taka, they're playing. They're definitely not playing right now, all right? I can promise. Oh, just kidding. Imagine if we just missed an entire game. Taka, they're playing. Xaltix, they're not. They're simply not, all right? I can guarantee you that they're not. I thought, honestly, we're going down a rabbit hole. I kind of am. You know what really screwed me up? You know, like, shoes you wear for jogging? Apparently, I grew up calling them sneakers. And apparently, I'm the only person, like, that I knew ever since I moved out of college that calls them that. They're like, oh, they're called tennis shoes. And I'm like, but you don't play tennis in them. And they're like, yeah, but, like, they're just called that. And then I did, like, the Harvard linguistics test or whatever, where it, like, tells where you're from based on what terms you use. And it was like, I say sneakers. This is where other people say it. It was literally a highlight on my section of Western New York, and then everywhere else was like, we don't use that. So that was weird. To know I'm a freak, linguistically speaking. All right, now the test lobby's done. Now I'm going down a rabbit hole and losing all the attention. We use sneakers in Connecticut. Okay, good to know. I feel a little bit more seen now. People have also complained that tennis shoes are a specific subset of what sneakers are, you know? Because I just look at any athletic-looking shoe, and I'm like, that's more or less a sneaker. But if you showed me, like, certain shoes, I'd be like, that's a little different. I don't know. Like, because the actual tennis shoes you wear playing tennis are distinct enough, I feel like, from sneakers. Gym shoes? Gym shoes is kind of like my thought. Yeah, it's like something that isn't quite like a true runner shoe or whatever, but it's also not like super, like, it's like a cleat or anything. Do you have a win-loss map of what needs to have OG to make the playoffs? Not yet, because there's 10 games to play, or there's 9 games to play for everyone. So, like, it's so hard to know who needs what. At this point, we'll probably know by... Honestly, at the end of today, we might get some teams eliminated. We're pretty far down. We're going to have to win out and go on a pretty big run. Meanwhile, though, I'm not yapping for no reason. We're in a test lobby, and we're finally getting over it. So now it looks like we're all good. So we are going on to Salty Shores. We have game number 2 underway. I'm not sure if Comdad saw, but I put the YouTube link, if he needs it, to be able to put it up on his TV in the chat. I will put it again. But in the meantime... Game 2, Dignitas OG. We were able to take that first one. Dignitas does not have a win. That's the test lobby speaking. So we will be able to see how this one will transpire. A little bit of a timeout, technical or otherwise, Dignitas just got. See how they used it. Pass middle. That should be wide open for Com. It's so automatic. They're so good. Oh, Noli, the pre-flip off the corner, and then the immediate pass. Anil didn't know it hit him. Bro was lost. Simply could not handle it. For reference, everybody, yes, OG is a little bit down in the standings. I believe we finished yesterday second from last, unfortunately. Really, really rough day yesterday. Impacted us. But we are very much so still in the race so long as we can continue to get dubs and be able to start winning out. And I will say, based on how the boys are playing today, this is exactly why they make some solid cash doing this game professionally. They're looking rejuvenated. They're looking a lot more focused and looking pretty skillful. Noli with a tap, completely bamboozling the defender. Com's going to get the easiest finish of his life. He did, and thank you. Okay, excellent to hear, Com Mom. Wait, sneakers and tennis shoes are the same thing? That's what I thought. Apparently there's overlap linguistically. That's all I'm saying. I'll leave it at that. You can Google that on your own. Naps, nice flick, Evo. Gonna have the first touch. Noli will go for the double. Realizes better to leap for Com. Noli back pass to J-Naps. That was almost some tiki-taka type shenanigans right there. Fortunately, J-Naps a bit too far away. Maybe overcooked that one in our heads. Zanil going for that pinch. Noli able to cover that one and fake underneath Arsenal. The pinch all the way down. Com's gonna chase just in case, and I think Zanil has seen the tape of Com. Hits the ball, immediately dodges the demo. Like a square rectangle type situation. All right, good to hear. We're slowly learning. Oh, sorry guys. This is not Arsenal. It's Arsenal. Zenal? Does he want to say the Zen part? I'm assuming that's the joke. Or is he just edgy and it's like, this word with an S has a Z in it? Someone's going to have to check on RC Baby. Is it RZ now? Oh! Zanil just completely whipped that one. I think he was playing off of our touch, and then when we didn't get it, everything is out the window. Nap, soft touch. Arsenal should still have that one over the top. A little bit of a double commit, but shouldn't harm OG too much, so long as we do eventually get it clear. Looking kind of spoopy here, chat. Not out of our wheelhouse, but always a little bit antsy. And you have to play low boost. Calm, open shot, wide open down the field. 3-0. Chat, this is the vintage OG I was looking for. This is looking a lot more like open qualifier OG versus Dignitas. This is what I felt like we were missing yesterday, you know? Chat, I had to say it. I think it's Bass's fault. I think it was Bass's fault. I'm just going to put this entirely on him. He will be, unfortunately, banned from ever participating in an OG stream with me ever again. There's clearly no other thought. People might say, well, it's a whole 24 hours later, and they're professionals who probably game planned and figured out their issues. I think you're, frankly, kind of stupid if you think that. I think it's clearly that there was another man that was not Seb in the chair, and that's why we lost. You already know Com's going crazy. Oh, I mean, half of this, I mean, it's funny because, like, you have a lot of passionate pros, but whenever I talk to pros, one of the biggest things they always talk about is emotions very much are a thing you need to find a sweet spot on. Wow, great save. And so even pros who get really psyched, it's good to get psyched, but like you always have to reel it back in. Because if you get too pumped up, you're going to start playing worse. So there's like an optimal zone, an ideal point of emotional arousal, as they can say, in my field. Bump it around. OG bullying Dignitas on offense a little bit, and now on defense. Nolay's going to have to bring back the whimsy here. A little bit of finesse as well. Double tap off the corner, gets it clear again. And as the passes come in, even though they're not finding a target, they're not finding any offensive outlet for Dignitas either. They keep throwing this down the field, and no response found yet by, man, I've been casting so much collegiate. I almost said the Dignitas mascot, you know? Kind of like, oh, no response by the Timberwolves. What is Dignitas? Are they still like the alien? Are they like the blob? I'm not even worried about this going in. That's why I'm not even casting, chat. I'm not even worried. As soon as I saw that first shot, I'm like, that's wide. And after that, I'm like, nah, Evo doesn't have the ice to finish that. And they didn't, so that's why they pay me to be an analyst, chat. The alien? I mean, what do you call them? The Dignitas. They're the fighting aliens. Basically just like a horrific Photoshop of like the Notre Dame mascot, except with an alien instead. Would you pay for that merch, Dignitas? You can use that idea for free. That is on the house. Zanil off the backboard. All right, fine. You eventually get something. I suppose if you give a professional team enough open shots, they eventually will bury one. Poor Noli left alone. To his credit, if he turned a little bit more to the left, I think he probably roto read that one. Hard to know where that shot's going to come in before it gets hit. But either way. No way you said Philly was part of the Northeast. Well, when I was reading the Google result, it said the Northeast, comma, and then it started listing cities. I think Philly is more the Northeast than not the Northeast. What would you call that? The Eastern Seaboard, I guess? It's not even on. It's like, it's in Pennsylvania. That's pretty Northeast. Oh! That's pretty insane by Zanil to get that read. I was not anticipating that. OG always got to keep it interesting. 20 seconds remaining. And Noli just has the hardest read of all, coming from the sidewall, trying to read that waterfall down. Unfortunately, can't get that. East Coast, worst coast. Wait, I'm so confused. So do you or do you not care that Philadelphia was Miss Coast identified? Stay down, Dig. Hello, Seb. As he readies up for the College Carball cast. Noli. Outlet into Calm. Nice pre-flip to dunk that one down. Evo. Surely the most mechanical player on the field, can't do anything with 30 boost. As he takes that one, double tapping off the sidewall. Zanil up for it, and J-Naps says, sit down, young man. Go back to your half, Arsenal. He's not taking that sass. Sends that one over to Zanil. He's got nothing. Com's calling that bluff. He's immediately up. And Evo will beat two, maybe a third. Arsenal can't get the shot off, is still up. Up until I would debate whether that's true to the ground, but who really cares? OG, triple match point in our opener. Yeah! What we like to see, chat. Gator stomp. We need some form of, like, hand celebration that college sports do. Maybe I'm just seeing too much NCAA football on my on my timeline lately, thinking that esports needs to adopt all the traditional sports things. Either way, if OG had a mascot, what would it be? Would we be like the corporate mascot, or it'd be like the OG Red Bulls? I love this overlay with your face scratched out. Thanks, I made it. It was actually really hard to find like a good marker mat to use. So I'm glad you liked it. I made this myself, and I figured it looks summery, I guess. I was just screwing around with palettes. So I do not claim to be a graphic designer. So if you guys see anything and you're like, OG should do better than this, they would, and they have in the past, and they've designed me overlays. But this one was all improv, and there's nothing improv about OG. It is just a symphony of mechanics and soon to be, hopefully, domination. As we head into DFH for game number 3, looking for the sweep against Dignitas, the sweet revenge. It's just right there. We just need to reach out and take it, like with Calm, getting a lead demo, and then getting a ball right off the backboard. Fortunately, Noli playing it safe. He's at the mid-line. Now he's going to kickstart something with a flip reset. Well met by Arsenal, coming out of nowhere from the blind side. Early flick by Calm. It's wide open. Where is the defense? My goodness. That is just tragic from Dignitas. They were in the 4 corners of the earth right there. Adventuring, having a grand old time. And I don't really know what happened there. I think that was just the worst possible timing on that rotation. It could get even worse for this game, especially with Noli setting up a double tap when he has the lead blocker. JNAP's solid shot, but Zanil is able to survive just enough to get that clear out to midfield again. OG's demos. It's looking tyrannical out there. Naps. Gonna get that one off the sideline. Noli coming across, looking for a 50. He'll instead pinch that one on the ground. Calm will not be able to go for this one, so Naps looking a little bit late to this one, but gets more than enough on that 50 to slow things down. Calm will have to bide some time. Looking like a pinch. Indeed it is. I know my boo so well, as he will immediately get upfield and then place Evo in a 1v1. Nice save from the long-time NA 1v1 player. But job is not finished, especially now that it's knocked over his head. Noli, no boost. Arsenal doesn't know that. He's going to leave it to Calm. He will leave it again to JNAP's, almost perfectly orchestrated. But instead, it's going to be Noli trying to be inventive. Double tap. Could be open for Calm. Evo steps in just in time. Calm will lob it down in for Evo again. And even if these shots aren't difficult to save, they're very difficult to clear, as you notice. Dignitas not willing to throw the ball away. They're trying to build slowly to limited success. Calm. Up and over, double tap. That should be open for Noli. He doesn't want to go for it. Maybe not sure how much Zanil had in the tank. So now we see Evo trying to take it across. Instead, it's going to be to Calm, not a JNAPS from an angle. He's going to fake hard. Zanil beaten. Arsenal also getting a fake thrown at him, but he will still be able to read between the lines, get the save away. As JNAPS has to improv a little bit on that one. He gets a bad touch and yet still makes it work. 50 in the middle. Will be beaten out by Evo, but again, Dignitas sends it all the way back down and not much beyond that. However, Zanil almost got a gift there. Almost a giveaway as well from OG, but everything's clicking. No missed doubles today. Everybody hitting their marks and for the most part, getting the reads that they need to. Still a 1-goal game, as we are quickly approaching the final 2 minutes, potentially, of this entire series for Dignitas. Is that a second? You bet. It is JNAPS, the Nova Scotian representative of RLCS, getting on the board. What a difference 24 hours makes, chat. But of course, as I say that, the series is never over till it do be over. Got to play for game differential as well, a crucial metric in tie-breaking within the Shift Summer League, trying to get that top 6 of 10 to guarantee playoff. Snaps, flick over the top. Can we say it now? It's so tempting. We're getting closer and closer to territory in which I would declare this one more or less game over. Oh, baby. No taco, stop it. I don't know. I mean, Alice, like, I don't know. I mean, 3-0, like, what could possibly happen? Yes, game 5. If that does happen, everybody in chat's getting a gifted sub. Because, yeah, at a certain point, I just need to shut up. You're not Seb Taco. I'll never be Seb. Physically, I'll never be Seb. That man is way too tall and way too fit. Maybe one day, chat. Noli? Ah! Okay, that's a miss. And, oh no, J-Dabs! He disrupted such an intimate, tender moment on cast right there. What the heck? See, Arsenal just giving a hug. That was like a prom photo where he's like hugging his date from behind, and then J-Dabs just comes in and says, "Not in my lobby." Hylian Ford. Tom. Into the ceiling, trying to get that one through, but said it's going to be Evo. Do quite a lot with not a lot in the tank. Arsenal trying to get that redirect, and he will, in fact, get it. A weird cherry pick up field, but it's only weird if it doesn't work. Evo just so automatic with those flip resets. And you can see the respect OG paid to him. No one challenges that. They know he has the flip reset. They know that's basically guaranteed. Calm. Offside wall. I like the lighter touch. He was playing off of the heavier one. Noli will fake underneath 150 again. J-Naps. Open shot. He's getting chased for a demo. He's looking for the doubles, and he'll wonderful save. And yet, they still can't get it off of Calm. That's a brilliant first touch to hold it up. Take that next 50. Dignitas trying to get inventive. There's only so much they can do in the final 30 seconds. This is not the time for nuance. You really just have to throw the ball downfield. And Noli knows that. Evie's going to read that one perfectly. Flick across. Open shot for Calm. Trying to place that one top corner. It's off the bar. J-Naps pre-jumping into this one. Potentially a counterattack, but Dignitas has no angles to be able to actually use that. Downfield for J-Naps. He's just going to take this one further into the corner. As Calm will look to go off the ceiling. Noli will challenge, and there's just simply not enough time for the fighting Dignitas aliens. Calm's not going to get one. A GG's before the ball even hits from Noli. And OG starts off day 4 of Shift Summer League with a 3-0 sweep. Yeah. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. This is what we play for, Chad. That felt like a redemption arc game. That felt really satisfying. I'm a fan of that. I personally am a big fan of that. Got some gamers in here because when the game chat gets tense, the chat grinds to it all a little bit. Aliens, be gone! Yes, yes. Use alien be gone whenever Dignitas is bothering you around in your net. So that should be all good for round number 1. And we did that pretty quick, chat. So we have a little bit of time to just kind of chill and just kind of check in on other series, I think. So we will do that once I double check that I have the right scene. I don't want to have an embarrassing moment where I cut over to a screen that is not actually capturing results. But of course I wouldn't do that because I am a professional. So we're going to cut over to a screen that has results. So right now we are chilling in day number 4. We should be able to refresh and get our current results in. Right now, it's looking like OG 3-1, 3 over Dig, SR 3-1 over Fun, Genji 3-0 Poab, SSG 3-1 RMC, and then G2 3-0'd Incorrect. More or less, I think the results everyone was looking for, you know? I mean, we've reversed up Swiss. We can do the same in this tournament. See, that's ideally something nice. Why'd you have to win so quick? I mean, apparently everyone won really quick. Even the game 4 game is they're already done, apparently. So we'll have to see how that goes. Yes, as you guys can see, the next game right here is going to be OG versus Poab. Last time we played them was yesterday. As you can see, we're going to go over here. It was a game 5. It was a brutal one. OT, 3 minutes in. So OG already got our revenge against Dig. Again, these guys came in and they knew in order to qualify for Shift Summer League playoffs, which if we scroll up here, we can see how dire the situation technically is. We're going to refresh one more time. OG is down here. This is not updated yet, so we are 3-7, but obviously. Still a lot to go, considering Dignitas is in playoffs, and they are 5-4. Alice, thank you for the 5 gifted subs to the channel. Appreciate that. Thanks for not jinxing them. I would never do that. But yeah, it's going to be a lot to overcome these types of boundaries. 7 losses is a lot to deal with, especially since Shopify, Space Station, RMC, and Gen G right now, I think, only have, once they update, I think, 4 losses at max. It is not quite updated yet, so we'll get back to them. Jorvy got one? Wait, I didn't even see that. Yeah, Jorvy did get one. He was the 4th one to get gifted a sub. Al's their 43rd gifted sub in the chat. Always good to hear. Yeah, it's something that we'll have to see how this develops. When people are saying, hey, who's eliminated from playoffs? As you can tell, like, no one is red fully through. So, like, it is very hard to tell. Because for all we know, Fun and OG, they could completely reverse, like, win all the games remaining and then finish, you know, 10-7, 10-8, 12-8, or 12, or I think 11-7 is the highest we can get. And that would be pretty borderline, I would say. So hopefully we can just see if maybe some of the lower teams start to really drop off, you know? That's really the ultimate plan that we're kind of banking on right now. Unfortunately, I would go to another game, chat, but we don't have another game. So I'm somewhat curious whether we are going to just accelerate the schedule. I have not been told anything from Shift, but it feels a little silly if everyone's like already done that we're gonna wait 23 more minutes to play our series, you know? So yeah, we'll see how that one works out. I'm not entirely sure. They had to put me in. That would be crazy. I mean, it has happened before. Meanwhile, chat, I didn't plan out time well, so I actually have this whole plate of, or a bowl rather, of chickpea pasta, or actually red lentil pasta. This a little bit. Just gonna chew. Nom, nom. It's delicious. I don't know if you guys have screwed with it here. I'll show you my culinary creation here, chat. A little bit of that. That hue is a creamy vodka sauce. So a little bit red sauce, a little bit of that like nice flavor. At the bottom here, we got some chicken. Horribly under-seasoned, but, you know, I just kind of sprinkled some salt and pepper on it because I was lazy. I didn't have time, and by time, I mean the patience to make a marinade or anything. I prefer my vodka sauce as clear as possible, as in just ever clear. So yeah, it's this is my dinner. This is what gets me through the Shift Summer League. Maybe me fasting in Game 1 was a success, so we'll see. No, just raw vodka. I mean, that all cooks off in the cooking process, so it's fine. Oh, speaking of the hydrate, I still need to get that water, so we'll see if we can get that between rounds. Again, I'm on the lookout. My eyes are peeled for any announcements from Shift. I feel like it makes sense to just move it up to like 45, so then teams get breaks to like talk and like game plan, but not wading through. I don't really know what we're doing here, so let me DM one of the production guys on Shift, and then we'll find out like what's going on here. We'll DM the production guys, but not me. You know what, guys? I'm gonna DM the doctor right now. I just sent that DM. If you didn't get it, Zactor, then it's on you. All right. I would show it, but we have a very raunchy group chat back and forth. It is unsuitable for young eyes. Doc has officially lost the sauce a little bit. It's easy to get lost when you make sauce like that. But yeah, I think, chat, we will go to break until I know more about what's going to be happening here. There's nothing really left to talk because all the games are done, and we are waiting for the next one. So I will let you know what production says in the future. He is typing right now. Okay, never mind. Hold on. Guys, live update from the sideline. He seems like he knew the answer immediately, so it makes me feel like they have their response. It feels like it makes sense if everyone's ready and everyone consents, like, hey, can we just start now? Because I understand you want to start at the same time, but it feels silly to burn 20 minutes. Also, I guarantee there's not a single competitive player in the entire world that wants to wait full 25 minutes between series, even in a league play. I feel like you'd rather. Waiting until 50. Okay, so there's a 9-minute gap. Okay, sounds good. Everyone say good job to Jens. You guys didn't say it. Well, that's rude. Well, it's actually Jens, like he's Dutch, like with a J. How dare you assume that, Alice? Incredible. But other than that, yes, there's nothing much more to say. For everyone who's a little bit late, we did our first series of the day. We got our dub. We were able to move on to today with a 1-0 record. We are now 3-7 within the league, which it sounds dire, but it's still very much doable. Hopefully the playoff picture becomes a lot more clear at the end of today or potentially next week. Either way, I'll catch you guys after this BRB screen. We got about 6 or so minutes until I'll come back. We'll introduce, we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll get back into the games. Playing up next against Poab for some more sweet revenge for the OG team stream. Don't go anywhere.
Just children and heaven was a dream away. Running from monsters, I just wanna say that the keys that you were searching for and the giants of the past have turned to dust. The world is ours to take, and you know it's not too late.
Take me back, leave me buried beneath wondrous stars. Reunite in disguise, having traveled 1,000 lives, just to satisfy. We'll never know what we're supposed to do. Ain't it true that your heart brings you all the clues? Given the chance, would you be someone new? 'Cause that's a fact, what it's asking of you. So let me fly.
It is OG. It is Pirates on a Boat, also known as Poeb or Poab, for yet another rematch of what we did yesterday. And yet again, we are on the blue side. This will make 11 straight series in which OG is the blue team. Good interview with Noli on the Shift stream. Oh, that's cute. I didn't know that. Well, if I knew they were interviewing Noli, I would have gone over there and we would have been able to chat. That's a shame. Also, my headphones are getting interfered with. Oh no. Oh no. Ah. Oh no. Oh no. My audio feedback through the matrix. That was terrifying. All right. Every time I think Poab, I think of Bloons tower defense. That is true. I will do Poab parentheses, not Bloons. Definitely not Bloons. All right. But yeah, we will be able to see whether or not Poab will also be an interesting situation for us as getting into this game. They were probably the most surprising game loss yesterday. I felt like it was very confusing. I was like, wait, what's going on here? So this doctor's typing every single thing that makes up a stream in the chat. Not really sure what's going on. Either way, we will see OG versus Pirates on a Boat be able to eventually join. All the players got told they could join, then they joined, and then they left. So, oh, Noli has to unplug his webcam because otherwise, I guess, his super high-end gaming computer cannot handle it. Either way, we're doing another one. OG, Poab, getting into it. Last time these two teams faced was yesternight, in which Poab was able to beat us 2-3. So they are up on aggregate. Unfortunately, much like the UEFA Champions League, there is aggregate scores within this league play, but there is no advantage for scoring at home or away. That'd be kind of cool if teams had like a home and away stadiums, though. Not really useful when you don't have a crowd, but either way, I'll take what I can get. Eris will certainly take also whatever he can grab his grimy gamer hands on, as Andy's going to carve a path through the defense as he just slowly bumps Noli out of the way. There's no advantage for scoring home and away in Champions League either. What are you talking about? Did they change that? One of the first tiebreakers is whoever scored more away goals when the aggregate was tied. Did they change that? No game sound. Guys, you're lying to me. There's always game sound. I don't know why you keep telling me there's not, when clearly there was game sound this whole time. No, that's on me, guys. I have a hot button to toggle it, and sometimes I'll push it. And sometimes, I'm just feeling it out. Note to self, do not run productions for team streams off of vibes, because that last one is very much like, I feel like the game sounds. You haven't changed that a few years ago? I think that's a stupid thing, because I personally thought that was kind of a cool tiebreaker. Not if PSG beat Bayern because of that rule. Wait, really? That's super funny that Bayern gets eliminated and then everyone's just like, all right, yeah, we can never have this happen again. How dare the French team be better than the German team? Com, we're gonna bail out of that one immediately. Eris was almost just as confused as Com was. Get across, Noli gonna be met by Andy. But it will be stolen away yet again. Noli back post, looking for at least as far as possible. I thought it might have been stretching a little bit further. Said no, it's going to be Fiv 3 up. Taking that one. In reality, his name is 5 up, chat. See, I have like these goofy pronunciations, but I feel like sometimes people will come in here and be like, wow, this guy's an idiot. He has no idea how to pronounce 5 up. And they have no idea how to defend against OG. No, please! I really wanted that one to go in. I could see the confusion from J-Naps. He was like, wait, how is this one going to bounce? I have no idea who's actually going to go for this. Naps. With a 50 down. 5 up will get bumped out of the way. Com should have an open-ish shot. He opts for to lower it. Specifically probably because of that. A weird ball to catch we're not anticipating to actually have to catch it. Noli dunks that one! I can't even call it a 50-50. It was just 100% favoring the Englishman. Oh, bang! Oh, that's angle right there. Are we allowed to call J-Naps Jake? I suppose so, YouTube chat. I suppose you can call players whatever. Com. Going for the air dribble bump. Not going to actually connect it with Eris. He's a wily one, chat. You gotta keep an eye on him. Com will also try and be equally sneaky. Cuts on in for the first one. Noli gonna sacrifice his own body. Getting a bump on Andy. And now OG's really trying to fake up 5 up. Where are you going, buddy? Needs a map on that last one. Pre-jumped into nothingness. Not able to be capitalized by Comp. 45-degree flick. The idea was there. Same with his tap down right into the middle. 5-up counterattack, more like a just weak shot. Safely into JNAPS. However, OG bumps into each other a little bit. Getting a little antsy at times, but Poab, the lack of precision, starting to hurt him a little bit. That's another attack. Gonna go by the wayside. OG back onto the orange half. Or at least up until someone gets sent right back to the graveyard. JNAPS from State Farm? Yes. Oh! Chad, I really wish the demo smoke didn't hide this, because this is really pretty. Like a smaller form of a double tap. The flip reset from an angle? Ooh. Oh. Gross. That's really solid. Even without the demo, that probably would have been a little weird for the defense to react to. I did not expect JNAPS to shoot that. I thought he'd probably try to flick that one high or something. Either way, good way to get the lead for OG. Now try to figure out how to keep that one. Oh, no! Ball deflected, I think, off of Noli into JNAPS. And Calm just was not aware of that one. For some reason, Andy was perfectly ready to receive that. It's like a wide receiver sitting in the middle of double coverage and still got the ball. And he's like, yeah, that was the plan. I don't know how you sketched that up, but I don't want to know. Noli. Gonna be stopped by Eris, who will be met immediately by the front bumper of Calm. 5-up using a lot of boost just to be able to turn around, get that read off. He will not win that 50, as Andy will send that back to mid for Calm to deal with. Andy reads that one well, continuously throwing in these fake challenges. Eventually he will have to leave. Usually that's where Calm steps in. However, good deflection on the 50, or the flick rather, from Calm. Means that OG still has to try to get inventive. Noli, he can take it up the line, but doesn't want to do so. Fairly even game number one by Poab. Doing well to stay competitive in this. For those of you just joining us, yes, we did indeed just come off a sweep of Dignitas, an immediate revenge from our 1-3 loss to them yesterday. And of course, trying to do the same here to Poab, starting off with a victory would be nice, especially after the slower starts we had yesterday. But all things come with patience. Maybe not trying to overblow things. Comets pass to JNAPS, almost getting that one. Noli, certainly, it's off the bar! No! No! What have I just witnessed? This is somehow still gonna be up though. Noli with the redemption arc, passes over to Calm, double tap at 0 seconds. Not gonna work, JNAPS with a roller. And we are somehow into OT. Naps. Bouncing around, Calm getting interfered with, just hugging Andy as they're escorting each other down into the corner. And everything should be fine now as Noli will be able to recover. Send to a pre-jumping JNAPS who shoots it low. Andy, that's a save, not a clear. Back corner, Eris reaches for it. So does JNAPS. 0 boost, but he did his job. Rest of OG starting to creep up. Andy will move out of the way. Noli trying to wait for that challenge from 5-up. He will technically get it. JNAPS is looking the back post. He's going to bury it. And OG will take yet again. First game of the series for the second one straight. Oh, he's so fast. He's just so fast. OG. It took some time and some comedic moments. We've all been there from Noli. Everybody gets one. And we will see how... Oh, I got so close to my camera the last one. It unfocused me. Terrifying. JNAPS, my GOAT, as always. He is, I would say at this point, the greatest Canadian player of all time. I don't think there's much argument on that. I would say Squishy definitely has a candidacy as well. I feel like just for sheer consistency, I'd put Squishy just behind JNAPS, in my opinion. Noli won the crossbar challenge. Yeah, unfortunate. That's something you probably laugh about after the game. Just be like, well, you know, that's never gonna happen again. Let's just focus on winning the rest of it. JNAPS is more accolades. I guess. I mean, at the end of the day, it's still like Squishy was a world champion. So that's kind of what people are going to fixate on, you know? Either way, I think in terms of consistent play, I would prefer JNAPs. But that's not the debate we're having right now. The debate right now is, can OG make the run back in the Shift Summer League? They're on a warpath right now. So far, they have not lost an individual game on this Wednesday. Harris looking for that pass across. They will find no pay dirt. Noli will be hit to their own side. Naps will get the first deflection, but then Calm taking it right down the goal. Early flick and really well marked by Eris. He knew that flick was most likely going to have to go to only one side. Harris, carry over one, carry over 3 players, and yet still not going to be enough. Andy's going to be quadruple dunked by the impressive effort there from Noli from the side wall, who also beat Eris over the top. Five had to immediately turn on the brakes, get that backstep juke, avoiding a demo play. And now both teams very narrowly escaping a goal. Calm with a musty pass. JNAP's almost the pop-up. Pass back corner will keep Moist on their toes, or the former Moist, rather. As Calm will send backboard. Andy, somewhat troubling of a read. Good job from 5-up to have his teammates back. Noli's gonna have to reach for this one. Not going to have it, so instead JNAPs. Send it back for a 5-up to gather. Noli with a tap down, gonna have to get out, get some boost, as JNAPs should have a clear, uncontested read on this one. Harris does well to at least get a brief deflection. JNAPs is lurking upfield, he has pads. Noli's trying to look for him. There's a bump to lead the way, still somehow a save! Now what can Calm do? That's over 1, use the second jump, he's trying to stabilize, but there's only so much you can do with 30 boost. Poab getting away with it again. I don't know how many more of those they got in them. Five up. Into Eris. Looking for that double off ceiling. Good job to get the reset around. Calm with a good bounce. Andy from an angle. He can score those. No, he cannot, because 5-up has to reach it instead. Maybe just trusting in that angle a bit more. As Naps will just fully clear the line. OG getting boost. And then being able to slowly mark up again. Noli going into the ceiling, looking for a reset. Fortunately, not able to fully wrap around that one. So we will see Eris catch one off the back. Reed. I don't know how he gets that reset, but that was almost a clip and a half. So OG really coming the closest, I would say, to getting scored on right now, as that one deflected off the post. Calm going to get faked out as he tried to get that demo. Andy on the back post, that is too far away. How about 5-up? He's going to put that to the same corner where it came from. Noli deflection. Calm quickly up. In fact, he's going to be all alone. Goes to the ceiling pinch, but all of Poab is sitting back, just waiting for that next attack. Andy trying to cook something up. That's not going to work. However, this is still not left the OG half. Calm. Now a clear from Andy should be sent right back by Noli. He's trying to look down the middle, certainly to get Calm in the running. JNAPs first to it, will probably need some help. Thing is, Poab did not know it until the very end, as you can tell. 5-up. Takes time on that read. Pass across. Way too far away for anybody, but not for 5-up on the regain. 22 boost. Trying to get that reset. No, he'll go for the extension. Pinch down. JNAPs reads that one just in time. How about the follow through? Nobody's fast enough. It's only Andy. And that is a late lead for Poab. In the clutch. Never one to doubt OG. Let's see what they can manufacture with what they have available. How about a kickoff? Off the middle. Just waiting for Nolan maybe to try to get that pop up, or maybe a cute little touch, but not going to be something that was ultimately the option for him. Maybe an accidental pinch on that one. That is wide open down the far side. And one miscalculation means that this is back to a looking like a level series. 2 goals in a minute are doable, but that is a rough one to give away. Back-to-back 50s. Noli trying to chase back up to it. Pub, they're looking real locked in. It's a brave fake by Com. Throw down field will be met. Unfortunately, JNAPS, he was waiting for the pass. Did not have any other way out of that. Eris from an angle, near post shot. JNAPS not able to predict that one. Poab, they have just found their footing in this game and then some. Off the ceiling from Eris, that's gross. That's way too much power. It hurts, just a little. But this Poab team, as we mentioned, formerly Moist Esports. And they earned their spot. Good placements as well within regionals during the NA season. So certainly no shabby team that we're playing against, much like Dignitas. They look at that sweep first on the day, but now this is where things get interesting. Every team plays a little bit different. Sometimes it's a bit weirder of an adjustment. Poab came off a loss in round 1, unlike us, but unlike Dignitas, this one is back and forth. We got a series on our hands as Poab is just looking for one more for morale. They won't get it, but they don't need it. 3-0 on Salty Shores. And we're functionally in the best of 3 territory, chat. Going to take a somber bite of my pasta. Nodding in reflection. Also, as my Windows alert keeps going off, I don't know what's going on here. My Windows just really needs to let me know something's up. Andy be cooking. Andy do be cooking. That's 2 goals, 2 saves off 3 shots, and he even has an assist. So 100% goal participation. Andy is kind of the de facto captain. He is, I believe, the oldest player by far. Like, I think by far on the Pirate squad. So he's the one with all the experience, being able to take younger players. I'm always a fan of teams who do that. They have like one player and they're trying to like teach the younger kids how to play. It's kind of what NRG feels like they're trying to do in their new team coming up in the off season. How well it'll work, I don't know. But at the very least, it seems to have worked for Poab. They got 1 game under their belt. Let's see if that is going to be the last of their success. OG already playing very well on DFH in the last series, seeing maybe if we can capture the same bit of magic, or Poab just has a hard counter. Naps, extension, back post will be saved away. Noli should be able to read that one back in the corner. Technically a giveaway as JNAP's going to send that high. Didn't trust that pass middle, I don't think. Expect to see OG a bit more hesitant to get those crossfield passes. I believe 2 times now in Shift Summer League we've lost in a game 5 off of trying to go for those kind of risky passes, and if it doesn't work out, then maybe eventually just say, let's just maybe cut those out until we're absolutely guaranteed to get away with things. JNAPS should be open, goes a little off target, still puts it back on, and Noli sniffs out the read before anybody can react. 5 of his 18, oh, I guess that makes sense. He is a, actually, yeah, I don't know why 5 was younger when I know he's going to be a freshman at Akron University, or University of Akron in the fall. But Andy is definitely the most competitively experienced of all 3 of them, so still somewhat applies. Maybe not by far. I thought there was a little bit more of an age gap there. And Eris is also in college. I just really thought 5 was like 16 for some reason. He just looks like that, chat, all right? And it's not looking good for the side of Poab right now. I have to see this again. Com just completely bamboozled everybody on this one. I like the cute little touch from JNAPS. He's going to get an assist for that, but the team pinch roller downfield is going to lead to the easiest counter. JNAPS is so much better in the past few match days. Honestly, I feel like everyone just had like kind of an off day yesterday. Mental probably did not help the more you lose certain games. Looking for the near angle double tap. I think he was trying to maybe see if JNAPS can plow through the first defender. Didn't click, so it's fine. We're definitely stepping up on the demos, but I have noticed we're definitely taking way less risks, and I mean that in a good way. Sometimes you just kind of throw yourselves in, you're trying a risky pass, seeing if it'll work out, and sometimes it really is just not worth it. I feel like there's times where it's like, yeah, you could cut across and that could be an open shot, but it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, if it works, it can be a goal. If it doesn't, it's immediately down the other way. And the success rate is not 50-50. So you're kind of throwing something up and hoping for the best. 5 up, doing the same with this one. That's devious. He knew JDAPS. He's waiting for the insta-save. He has to jump immediately, so he hits that the lightest he can just behind him. Hello, Slade Rules. Sorry I'm not saying hi. If I'm not talking as normally to chat, it is because when I'm casting, try to keep it on the players, you know. YouTube chat getting unruly, as they tend to be. But then again, Twitch chat, you guys are much better. So sassy all the time. As Noli is trying to prevent any sass from Poab. Will be a save away. Calm to the air. Going to get just completely rammed out of the way. Just going to be slapped to the side. Very rude from Poab. Even ruder if they score on this one. 5 up is not going to find that luck. Eris not going to find any success either. It's now JNAP's minimal boost. I don't think Poab knows that. Look at the usage there from JNAP's getting all the way to that backboard. Eris net well. JNAP's another deflection. Calm. Can't go. Noli turning away. Andy, I think, senses that opening. Trying to use the best of his ability. Only so much that can be done. Eris quickly up. JNAP's nice challenge. Calm. Trying to join the attack yet again. After that 50 from Noli. Calm still lingering around. I think that caused a lot of anxiety in most defenses when Calm is not immediately rotating out. You don't know what shenanigans he's up to. Five up. The window to the wall. Another dunked again. Noli downfield. That should be wide open. Calm. You can take your time on that one. 3-1. As Poab trying to bite off a bit more than they can chew. Eris, that is a bold move to go for that one all the way across. Finish the lyrics, I dare you. I'm trying to think of the radio edit. Surely they don't say the same thing, right? Just so easy, Hunter. Yes, agreed. Noli, oh, he's gonna miss that one. JNAPS, you heard it in the comms. Mainly Noli just yelping. But I'm sure not getting that first read. Into the ceiling. Andy, open shot. He's gonna hit that over the bar. We jumped just enough in front that I think they overthought how high that really needed to be. Andy straight down, 5 up, thinking about it. I'm not entirely sure what he was going for there. I think he was trying to pre-flip underneath it to flick it high, and he realized halfway through he did not have the boost, and so he just kind of followed through, and he's like, well, this is a rough one. So yeah, that means statistically, Calm, 2 goals this game. We're gonna revert that to 1 on the net. That is a +2 and then a -1 there. Either way, he can redeem himself. Maybe by going off the ceiling for this one. Not gonna harm OG, so long as we continue firing off those shots. Solid contact there from Noli. Almost beating out the entirety of the defense there. Noli's gonna bail on this one, smartly so. Is 5 up. Trying to march to that back end. Eris will throw that one into Calm yet again. Andy, well done the first challenge. How about Eris? He's going off the ceiling, trying to stop Noli in his tracks. Problem is, it's not enough to stop him. You gotta reverse the field. It doesn't help when OG keeps throwing it right back down to the middle. Calm quickly up. He's going for the spike. He won't get it. So Andy has one more chance. How about no? That's gonna be another dunk down. OG looking to get their 3-1. We're on a match point. Beautiful. What we like to see. Slowly reeling it back, Chad. I've definitely gone fishing before. I almost did this. And I'm like, yes, that's how, you know how your reels work? How you hold them like this when you go fishing? How you have like a handle, like a motorbike? Anyway, that was a 2-1. Looking for that 3-1. I'm not a huge fan of how Pirates is like a closer game to us than Dignitas. I don't know how that works. Either way, I do like to see it. This is definitely going to be a close series in general, I would say, across everything, mainly because I think Poab is kind of locked into like a play style they really like, and the fact that they're actually taking games against pretty decent teams. I mean, they're not obviously top of the table, but you know they're holding their own in a pretty competitive Shift Summer League. So respect to our opponents, but disrespectfully, I hope you all implode. Let's go, Estadio Vida. First game 4 of the day. Can we wrap it up neat and tidy with a bow? Sink the pirates. Other nautical ideas. I'm not nearly awake to come up with other stuff. If we can work a Yar into this cast at some point, everything is good. Maybe Dig's having a bad day. Well, SR is actually the best offense in the entire Shift Summer League, so honestly, not really a bad thing for Dig. But yeah, a little shame. Is there a way to buy a JNAPS jersey? You can buy an OG jersey and then put JNAPS on the back of it, but if you have a custom jersey, you might as well just put your own name. And you can go to shop.ogs.gg to be able to get all of your OG merch. We're talking OG baseball jersey, which I have on, OG game day jersey, which I have on, an OG hat, which I can go get if I really want to get decked out in OG stuff. There's also the OG drink koozie, the OG beat box, the OG Walkman MP3 player. We're talking the OG margarita mixer. We have the OG energy drink cooler. We have the OG, I'm sorry. We do also have the OG decals in the Esports shop, but that's not related to us. We do get a part of it, so support your local org with the OG decal from the Esports shop today. And support your local OG defenders by keeping them alive, because when they are demoed, that is an open shot. Unfortunately, that is going to be a slaughter from Andy. Pretty good offense there from Pirates. Unfortunately, can't always work there. Yes, Spaceballs Mercury. That was the joke, more or less, that we're going for. I believe it is Original Gamer is the original name of it. I will have to check with the OG guys. They come from Dota. It might be like a Dota joke or reference, but I believe it's Original Gamers. I don't see a custom name option on the shop there. Well, it exists, so maybe it doesn't, but I would say maybe look harder. Maybe skill issue? Ooh, nice save away. Last second there from Com. Prime rival for Gamers too. And remember Gamers First, G1, LMAO. That was certainly an org. That was very much legally an organization in esports. Naps. Shot near post, not actually going to click on through. No name option. All right, well, here's what you do. You take it to a custom tee shop and then tell them what you want, and then you go from there. If you know the font, they could probably do it. They don't do custom name all the time. Yeah, I mean, I have a custom jersey, but, you know, not everyone's me. Hair flip, hair flip. Nails emoji. No, but yeah, I figured that there might have been one. I could have sworn I went there and I did see one. Com, how did they get away with that one, Pirates? Into the ceiling, JNAPS. Pass across, Com tried to pre-jump that one. He got a little too far away. Noli going for the clip and a half. Back post, demos across, 5 up. He is all alone. It's tragic for the young man, and yet he still gets away with it. You haven't seen JNAP's phone number? Yeah, no problem. If Reagan, his girlfriend, comes in here earlier, we'll ask her for it. I'm sure she'll be able to give it out. It's fine. I need JNAP's used jersey. All right, we're crossing into a highly strange territory right now. OG fans, you know, I'm happy with all kinds of fandom, but there is a line. Into the ceiling, Naps not going to be needed on this one, but he will turn around just out of curiosity. Yeah, because Poab really escaped disaster on this one. Andy doing a good job to get the first bump. Com with really the only person with boost outside of Noli, who I think he just spawned for. We'll flick that across. There's some boost, 5 up. Com will try to lob that one middle. Unfortunately, it almost went to pass directly into Poab. But now it's OG. Com, he's all the way upfield. Trying to get that double. It's going to be a bit out of his wheelhouse. He's going to lean back across that one. Hey, right on time. Yeah, so Reagan, so what we need you to do is give out his personal phone number, JNAP's personal phone number. I don't think he would mind. He's a nice guy whenever I've talked to him, so I'm sure he'd be willing to engage with fans on his personal phone number. 24 hours a day chat. So even if you're like, isn't it 4 a.m. in NA? If you're awake, he will also be awake for you. That is the customer service guarantee in the Natman household. Eris off the ceiling, did have that reset, did not get to use it. So Naps will take over. That's all the way to the far side. He'll actually pre-jump that one. Completely reading that. The man is so literate. Pass down to Noli, slot on the backside, also just gonna miss. Game 5 beckoning for Poab. They just gotta try and keep it away. And we will try our darndest to get back upfield. Calm, no double, that's gonna be a spike. And what do you know? 2 straight days, Poab and us going to game 5. That's all I have to say about that one. Very low offense, offensive pressure in that game. 4 shots Pirates, 5 shots OG in total. So it's a tough one. Statistically, we're not going to win. Yeah, but today's a different day. We 3-0 dig. For the most part, looking a lot better this game. I do think just Pirates have like a really solid midfield defense for the most part. They've been picking it up a little bit. It looks a lot more stable than what Dignitas definitely was. So we have the edge here, I think. We have a lot more momentum coming into this series. It's more or less just trying to actually capitalize on this stuff. There was a lot of close calls that last one. Comet a 50 on the goal line with a couple demos that led into a goal. Noli had technically that open shot, but I think he was trying so hard to snipe that one. It's kind of hard to make sure it's like 100% going to be on target. So either way, game 5, Poab and OG. Looking to get a crucial victory, keeping playoff hopes alive. No one eliminated yet, but we are quickly approaching that final boarding call. JNaps gets a deflection all the way back post. Andy does have it. Noli does have the shot. Unfortunately, it's right down on the hood of the near post defender. Can't do much to control that one. That's going to be a giveaway. Eris trying to get the air dribble. Calm gets some reinforcements. High lob. Noli able to just drill that one downfield. No need to, kind of pansy foot around on that one. Calm, quick shot. Deflection middle. Noli, do you want a piece of that one? That's a 50. That's going to be a reset, I think, from 5 up. He's not going to use it just in case. JNaps will throw that one back aboard again. And on we continue to march. Calm. Looking for JNaps. Heavy flick. Wait, he might have a second one. Calm from an angle. He also doesn't use it. I needed it. It was for the culture. Noli back to Calm. Pocket of space, Andy, what you doing? You can't give Calm that time. Double tap, he makes up for with a save. And that's gonna be Poab coming down the far side. Open shot up until Naps will reject him on that attempt. No follow-up immediately. Andy will be able to dig that one clear. And not beat Noli. He's doing better and better. Marking against those air dribbles. OG playing patient. They know it's at stake. This is a time to lock in as much as humanly possible. 5 up, circumvented on the sidewall touch. Andy sending it right back down middle again. Eris called for it. Why not? JNaps soft touch. Might need some help. He'll play for a 50. Noli should be first to this one. He will instead just get the angle away with Andy. And Calm, yet again, will solo play. Why not? He's got the space, he's got the time, he's got the mechs, he's got the pass down to JNaps, back post into Andy. Clear right down middle, Noli. He's not looking for the pass, he's going for the 50, on a double again. It's sitting on the doorstep, but yet Poab getting away with the saves. This is what I'm talking about. We push them right to the precipice of getting toppled over. And instead, you just see Poab get away with it, get another save, and get their clear. What's your endurance looking like? 5 up, you can't be getting off the near post. Calm sees the opening and will strike. Just past halftime, OG with a lead. Taco would force them to own goal. I would. I don't know why more pros don't do that. They did it to us. Calm had the pretty comedic. Honestly, we've had a pretty comedic broadcast. No! Not like that! That was laughable in another way. Unfortunately, Noli got pre-flipped and then immediately got bumped, and poor Calm. That was the lightest of flicks that he did not expect that. Why would you say that? I didn't think it would strike that quickly. I was just trying to talk. I thought we had the near post, but unfortunately, not going to work like that. Noli. Passed off to Calm. JNaps, I think, took a hefty stiff arm right to the face and will unfortunately crumple. JNaps does not have that initial read, and that's going to be Andy with another back-to-back goal for Poab. Wow, that's a narrow margin. Here we go again, chat, the comeback. How many times does OG make it interesting? Noli. Pass middle, JNaps, backboard, and that's going to be touched away last second. I will say, Poab, you might park the bus at times, but my goodness, does it work. Into the ceiling, 5-up does not have that. As Noli has the build-up. He has the reset. That's a flick and a half all the way over, and yet Andy was still all the way back to be able to retain that one. Calm. Needs the help. JNaps looking for a double. Can't find it. Noli deflection means he probably could steal that boost. Andy will gladly give it to him. He'd rather have the ball. And Noli will steal it right back. 5-up can't be landed on, so that's another clear down. I think Poab more than happy to just clear this one down. They trust in the defense to be really all they need. Noli looking for a bump. Immediately changes off of it. Calm. Where's JNaps? Back post. It's off the bar. Calm. Whip it around. Gets a bump. Could be an opening for Noli, but that deflection carries it all the way across. And a JNaps pinch. Off ceiling. Can't get that one. Calm policing what others can't. Not much boost. 5-up knew it. Tried to challenge, but no 50 had. That favors Poab. Andy, open shot. Tried to change it up with a pass, but a demo in the third man position means all of Poab. Got to haul back. Andy with a brave challenge. And they're going to give it this one. Noli, another demo. Quick flick. Noli is not needed. Calm does it himself after the demo. And OG with 20 ticks of the clock remaining. Have yet again pulled it back. Hello, my cat. You have joined me right in time for the clutch. Not sure if you guys heard that very loud meow right next to my mic. But either way, there's no time for this. It's time for defense. Andy, back across. Gonna be saved away. A little bit of a double commit. That's fine, because that's Calm. He's got a lot of boost. He's got a lot of mechs. He's got a lot of options. The low shot from Noli. OG with 4 to go. Oh, my Lord. Is this the time? Kickoffs are my least favorite part of this game. And 5-up is not making it better. That's a deflection. Off corner, Noli. He's demoed. Eris, he's got all the time in the world. He's just trying to get it middle, but Calm is not in the mood. Poab has to carry this one coast to coast. 5-up. Thrown it over to Noli. He will spike it down. OG in the clutch, as per usual. The comeback in the Shift Summer League still alive. That's the second series win. Dream OG. Oh my goodness, Chad. This is make me feel like it's like the rolling it back to the regionals where we're really just trying to snake our way through these kind of awkward moments. Really good game and series from Pirates. Poab, best of luck to them, but unfortunately they're going to have to hold this L at this time. Start bad, finish strong. I mean, it was like a decent start. We won game 1, but yeah, it was a little bit, you know, off and on. OG can't lose anymore. We ideally should not be trying to drop any games. Not that one tries to lose, but still. I'm going to, hold on, quit out of this lobby to just make sure that if we get into a new one, I'm not holding things up, because we might speed things along, you know, in this third round, you know? Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub to Paper Jams. Appreciate that. Right now, if we go over into the watch party, mode to look at everything. Genji 3-1 SSG, RMC aka the old LG 3-0'd Incorrect, OG 3-2 Poab, and G2 3-0'd Fun with SR 3-1ing 5-0, 4-2, 1-2, and 5-1. SR still offense looking like it is just dialed in lately. 30 minutes till next game? No. So typically on the last round, once all games complete, they move it up. Like, for example, all the games were done by 6:35 last round, so or 7:35 Eastern, so they moved it up to 50. So ideally, we probably only have to wait until maybe 40 until the next game, I would assume. I still need confirmation on that. Normally, I get told right when I join. I will check Discord real quick. Do not see any DMs. So I will let you guys know. But either way, we've had Incorrect Error actually in the Twitch chat. That is the owner of Incorrect Esports, who are playing next. That will be scheduled technically for how do you say this in military time? Because I know it's like 1900, but what do you say for 20? 2000? That just sounds wrong. I've never had to say that in military. It was like 2100, 2200, 2300, or whatever. 2000 hours. You just say 2000? Okay. That sounds stupid how it's like the only one that doesn't work like that. Either way. Incorrect Error, is that who I was bantering with? Yeah, that is like the owner. Who wants to know about the military? No, I was wondering like when a time is at 20, like the 20 for military time, because I hear like 2100 or 1900, but like you can't, 2000 just sounds really wrong. So I was asking, and people say 2000. Used to work a job flying military around. Well, the thing is, I've never had a meeting because I worked for the Army for like 2 years on an Army grant, a DoD grant technically. So I had to deal in military time a lot, but occasionally, like I've never had a meeting have to be at 8 o'clock p.m. Go like talk about a fun stream. I'm a diss you for the whole time. That's fine. Incorrect. I'm gonna be doing the exact same. We're gonna be playing against. Are we playing against? Hold on, no, incorrect. Is this the full roster again? Because I know. I think he had Wonder Mike subbing in. Is the full Incorrect squad back? We say 2000. Good to know. Yeah, Papa Naps shared some lore when I met him in London about your past career. It was very nice to be able to hear about that. It was interesting to see what the esport parents are up to in their free time, or rather in their current or former careers. Expert Wonder Mike and Flitz. Okay, so you're changing a bit. Still, I could have sworn Wonder Mike subbed for Expert last time. Was I just completely half baked in that theory? Not entirely sure. Want to refresh one more time just to check in on the scoreboard again, chat. Yes, it is updated. We are 4-7. So already with those those two wins, we are back just on the border of playoffs. This is what I was talking about, chat. This is why, it's not over till it's over. We just got to keep getting those dubs, Yeah, we're hitting random ATP. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think Expert was there the last time we played, so was a bit more confused about that. Not sure really how that was going to work out, if anything was going to happen. But at least for right now, it looks like OG in a good position. We are still -2 in game differential due to some of these losses, but we are playing Incorrect. If we can get another win, 5-7 puts us very much back in, especially because Dignitas appeared to have a bad day, and they're going up against Gen G. I can't imagine a worse day of going 0-2 and then having to play Gen G. Maybe playing against G2, but even G2's struggling. So assuming Dignitas loses that, there's a very real chance we could potentially pop up with a win above Dignitas and back into playoff scenarios as we finish out today and potentially look forward. So destiny very much in OG's hand, just how we like it. Always fun when the scenarios for playoffs are just win. And that's all you got to do. You just got to win as much as possible, and everyone else will do whatever they need to do. Everyone's alive until they ain't. Yeah, I mean, Fun is technically not out of it, but this is at the territory where, like, I think if they lose another one, they might basically be functionally out, because it's going to be pretty hard. I think at 10 losses, they're going to be sitting at the maximum of 7 and 11. So, or rather, 8 and 10 is going to be your actual maximum that they can get to, and I just don't know if we're going to be that lopsided in the middle of the table. Who's on Fun? That is Xander, T. Corell, and Talk. Only problem is we have to run the gauntlet next week. Oh, you bet. So yeah, after this one, chat, is a quick preview. Actually, we'll get into that afterwards. But exclamation point bracket, I believe, does work as a command in Twitch, if you guys would like to see the rest of this bracket. In the meantime, though, chat, I am going to throw it to a brief break because I have to check in on when we are going to be seeing this next round. I'm assuming we're going to get into it probably pretty quick based on the fact that everybody's done and we're almost done with, like, the day in total. So, with that said, we'll see you guys in a little bit. I'm going to peace out for just a sec, fill up my water again, and we'll be back with round 3. It's going to be Incorrect and OG. Another best of 5, we win. Right back in the playoff conversation, very real that we're into the top 6 yet again for the Shift Summer League. Stay tuned.
We'll fix what is broken.
Our chat, we're back. That was very quick. I literally went to break and immediately we joined the test lobby. Like, I'm talking like right as I pressed the transition. So you guys might have even heard the bling. But no, we're back. So this is going to be our third series of the day. This is going to potentially continue our winning ways. We have a 3-0 over Dignitas, a 3-2 over Poab, Pirates on Boats, aka former Moist. And now we're playing Incorrect Esports, Wondamike, Expert, and Flitz, which I believe last time we played them, I think, potentially beat them in 4, as I check again in previous weeks, and hopefully my recollection was good. Yes, we 3-1 to them. So that is going to be another rematch where the history is in our favor, but, you know, everything gets topsy-turvy in a league. Never really know how this one's going to spin out. So if we win this one, very much back in top 6 conversation within the Shift Summer League. Obviously a lot on the line beyond that, just for prizing, being able to continue our ways, and having to win out next week is obviously the most important thing. But gives us a lot of momentum, leaves us a lot of confidence. These are all games I think we should, you know, be winning. These are against teams that we should be taking dubs, so I'm glad that we are slowly fixing those issues, those foibles that we had previously. And we will not have to wait too long to be able to pontificate about this, because we got game 1. Test lobby's done. Players approved it, and we are into the server for round 3 here. Incorrect definitely did not win anything here, as test server will give them a free one. But now we're back to the normalcy of actually seeing who's going to be able to pull through here. And OG, I would say we didn't necessarily stumble last series, but Poab I definitely think was about more competitive than really anyone anticipated. Com has to cut this one out. Noli. Noli flip down. No reset allowed by Wondamike. Bit of a double commit by OG, a little bit scary, especially as Flitz going to try to invert on a trick shot almost, going for the heavy fake. I love the idea there. Ultimately going to work out. Com faked underneath, nice 50 as well, into Noli. We'll take this one high. Not up and over. So JNaps, now has his chance. Off ceiling, double tap, straight down, perfect pass. Even Wondamike was a bit surprised no one on OG was there. Both Com and Noli maybe waiting for a bounce out, not across. I'm going to be dodging that demo. If anyone's going to be aware of those, it's going to be him. Oh boy, Com flicking around. Com, double tap, can't reach that. JDAP certainly can though. Tough read for Incorrect, and that's exactly why we're putting it right there, just out of their reach. This is more like it from Og. Og Esports. That's actually the European way of saying it. Wunda. Going to be dispossessed as Com tried to go up in the air. Blitz will immediately lose his life, unfortunately, as he tries to take over the offense. Com lobs that one high. No real luck. Instead, it's going to be Com. To lob that one to the ceiling. He might try to continue, as Incorrect was not sure at first how much boost he had. Became clear a bit too late. That clear is just going to land with JNaps. Straight down to into Expert. Com chasing that one down. Has been able to funnel that one over to Noli. Flip reset doesn't work, but it's fine. Expert didn't have the clear either. Incorrect really struggling with the OG touches. Granted, still keeping it a 1-goal game. That's an achievement all on its own. Com with a psycho. JNaps, the pass downfield, looking at that top corner, but Wunda able to get there just in the nick of time. Halftime in game 1. Very much OG's momentum, but I'm not going to say anything I can say is dominant on the scoreline yet. Bit of a double tap. That's not good, especially now that Wunda has a free pass. And JNaps and Com, rare miscommunication on that one. Not really much to be said about it. I think Com actually might have tried to bail on this one. Does he see him stop boosting? Then as JNaps comes through, I think he also tried to get out of the way. Sometimes you just need both players to commit, or at least one. They're just too agreeable, these lads. Off kickoff. Not going to work out for Incorrect. How about for OG? JNaps looking for a very difficult angle on that double, and he will not be able to find it. As Flitz takes the cross, he's looking for a demo. That's a solo play all throughout. And Incorrect, despite all of the pressure they've been under, is able to crack the OG shell twice in a row. Does anyone remember ice cream shell? You know that like stuff the fudge that you pour on top of ice cream and then freezes over? I feel like I brought that up with people and they don't have no idea what I'm talking about. It makes me feel insane. That stuff cooks. Oh! Okay, we're fine. Don't worry. I was only telling that story because I thought we were safe, but I've learned now that there's no point. That we're truly safe. Calm. Might have a pass to JNaps. He was thinking about it, and now he will act. Problem is that double tap angle, he really only had that back post, as Expert was policing cross. Hershey Shell Fudge, yeah. Reese's had one as well. That was like a Reese's peanut butter cup type of thing with a little peanut butter flavor in there. Love that, love that, love that into JNaps. I really thought that was going to be a save, to be honest. Com felt like he necessarily wasn't telegraphing this, but I'm like, it's just kind of slow. But poor Flitz trying to pre-jump that off the sidewall. I don't think he realized it was going to be that horizontal on the pass. I don't question how those things work, Sadi. I just know that they do. Back to a level scoreline. For how much longer, who really knows? Anybody's guess. Based on how these series go. Fake down by Com. Low 50, going to be tucked underneath. Noli didn't get the boost, but he does have the possession. Expert taken off the field by Com. It's now Wunda's, I think, trying to buy some time along with Flitz. The only two boosted up, truly. Bounce up, Com. We'll call off JNaps. Noli downfield. That's not a double tap. JNaps thinking about it. Com instead will get that deflection. JNaps will be able to send that one right back into the midfield. As these two teams still duking it out. Figuring out who's going to be able to retain that possession. It is not Incorrect. That's a giveaway. Expert has to get up to this one. And he will in time. For OG to think about how they want to handle these final 10 seconds. Silver gold territory to a certain extent. As now OG has one more clear in their system. And Com will actually opt for the shorter play. He's going to fake it. He realized first touch maybe not what he wanted. OT game one to determine who is able to kick off the last series of the day. And really the week for both these teams in this respective round. Noli's going to possess that one down. Com potentially taking over, at least taking a 50. Way too far away for Expert. He will leave that for Wunda. He's capable of hitting that one. Who isn't in this league? Clear out. Flitz trying to go ceiling. We'll get a piece of Com, but not any of the ball. Noli would do very well to fake underneath. Naps with time. Looking for the boost. Maybe a 50 as well. Off the backboard, Com. Trying to take that one slow. Wunda still does well to actually jump up. He uses a lot of boost, therefore no one's up. For Noli, instant reset. Looking for the drag. How about a dunk? It's gonna go all the way through. Noli is simply larger. OG simply better, and we are up 1-0. Gotta hit the weight room Incorrect. They're so small. Smacked him. Just getting them out of here. They should know better to mess around. 7 shots from JNaps, and yet the first shot from Noli is the game winner there. Oh my gosh. The weight room won't make you taller, Taco. I mean, I'm already 6'8". I don't know what you guys are talking about. But in terms of first games from Incorrect, a lot better, I feel like, than the last time we played them. Not necessarily that they were playing terribly last time, or rather that we weren't having a lot of momentum, but felt very back and forth, very methodical down the stretch, capitalized on all our mistakes. That's really what we need to look at least when it comes to the rest of the series. I would like to see a continuation of that effort from Incorrect, as we will be able to have a bit more of an entertaining series. But also, I'm totally down for this one, just be boring, chat. I'm totally down for you guys to just get so bored that you just go over to shop.ogs.gg and shop all of your OGS merch desires away. We got the OG jersey, baseball jersey, as part of the New Era collection. get some tracksuit stuff. You can get all of the stuff that you need to rep OG throughout the rest of Shift Summer League, as well as the World Championship in September in Fort Worth. I'll be there. OG will be there. It'll be a grand old time. Calm. 0 boost. Looking to take a 50 on the near post. Does well enough. Jane Apps quickly up for it. That's in the ceiling. Should be open for Nolly, but he bails out of there. You see that backflip. Wanda was a bit faster to it than he might have thought. Flitz going for a bump. 0 boost, though. Really throws a wrench in that one. Jane Apps. Oh, my goodness. He's so literate. Look at the reads. Oh, my lord. No chance. Incorrect had 0 idea what was about to hit them. I want to read up on why Red Bull's going so hard on esports, trad sports, gaming in general, because it's probably their exact demographic, I would argue. Also, it's a niche that not a lot of energy drinks really do. It's kind of cool that Red Bull, whenever there's like a really stupidly weird event going on, like, I know there was like events like where it was like, and I mean stupid in like a fun way. Like, there was an event where people would make a custom device that they would drive off a pier that was like lofted like 20 yards in the air or something, and if it could fly, the self-made creation, like the self-made plane or whatever, that went the farthest won. And they sponsored that, and I watched all of it. It was super fun to watch. And they also do like, you know, highest ever skydive, the guy who they got like basically shipped up to like upper orbit on a weather balloon or whatever. And then gaming is just like, you know, people need energy drinks if they game, or caffeine, might as well drink Red Bull. I'm sure Red Bull is making money hand over fist. Some naming rights are probably not going to hurt them too much. Soapbox racers, kinda, but it was all of like wings. So I was a little confused. Oh, speaking of confused, chat, moment of silence. F in the chat for the incorrect defense here. Wow. Com, you know he had to do it to him. Lordy. You've never had a Red Bull energy drink? I didn't drink a lot of Red Bull. And growing up, I'm not going to lie, I didn't really like them. And then OG shipped me a bunch, and I tried them, and I kind of like them. But I feel like that's something that I've noticed. I don't know if you guys will see this in the same way. As I've gotten older, as dear chatters who are unfamiliar, I'm 29. As I've gotten older, I feel like my tastes have actually very much changed in terms of what I like to drink and eat and what I don't. I did not expect Flitz to perfectly nail this one back post. How about you calm down, buddy? Oh my gosh. I'm actually going to take a sip right now. And you guys will see the splendor that is Red Bull as you get some nice ASMR sipping action. Listen closely. Perfect. Ooh, Flitz going to get that shot off, but will be saved. Flitz high up and above. Noli will be able to get that save. That should be one mic on the follow, and he is indeed. Fortunately incorrect. Starting to ramp up their pressure. Creative pass there by Flitz. Even better follow-up by Expert. Coffee is greater than energy drinks. I personally feel like coffee is like a better, more natural energy, but I'm gonna be honest, chat, I hate the taste of coffee. I've never had a good cup of coffee. Even putting a lot of cream and sugar in, I still hate the taste of coffee. I've never like once had a cup where I'd be like, I'd have that again. It's always just like, ugh, I guess. So, not a fan. Naps. 50, I would say down, but it's more across. So he's going to have to regather. Sidewall, extension, Mac post, Expert. Quick up to it. He's going to be taken off the field. One to Mike will not. Calm, lob it up and over. Now he's got a lead blocker. JNAP's not able to get there in time. Very much the OG special, sending that first blocker and get that demo. Flitz actually dicing everybody. Calm almost fell for it. And yet, not only is he going to get away with it, he's going to deliver a pass middle for one to Mike to really play around with. JNAP's with the boost steal. Will make Flitz think twice about where he wants to touch that ball. Quick read from Calm, back post. JNAP's going to make it work. No, but here comes Calm again. Lob high. I think he's just trying to make sure the save is difficult from Expert. In fact, he really did make a meal of it. Almost putting that one right back into the center for OG, but instead, We will keep on playing 2-2, much like game 1. Still looking for that go-ahead. Wanda off the backboard. He misses that one. It was a clip opportunity. And now Noli with a clip of his own, looking for a ground double. That's going to be cut out. Calm back post, Noli deflection. JDaps might have an angle. Can he get it off? He's got no boost. He's working on nothing. There's no beans. Soda's hard to resist, I agree. I disagree. Soda, I haven't drank it in years, and I don't crave it anymore. Mexican Coke is the best soda, because there's no corn syrup in it. And I will stand on that. Calm. Flick underneath. Bump on the last defender. And Noli, I think, was trying to dish that one, but was in between maybe a dish on target and a pass out. Either way, that's going to be another fake Calm! Destroying them, incorrect! They are in shambles! Noli wades to the wreckage that is this fake by Calm. And he's going to put OG up with 6 seconds to go. Just going to be me and have a natural dislike for carbonation. Preach, bro. Honestly, I feel like a lot of drinks, I don't really enjoy the carbonation aspect. I feel like I get it. Just like I get that OG is simply just the team right now, and they're going to get another dub, putting us on match point. But I feel like corn syrup, when you don't have it for a long time and you have it again, it's like repellent. I will stand on that, chat. I don't think you guys realize how disgustingly solid-like a plasma. It's not a liquid anymore with enough corn syrup. You take a sip and you're like, I feel like I just looked out the can like, oh. Like it hits very strange. I don't know. You guys can weigh in on how you guys feel about carbonation and all that stuff. I don't mind carbonation in like energy drinks necessarily, but I definitely, there's like a limit. I don't know if there's like a level of carbonation that energy drinks all hit, but there are some that I feel like I drink and they're like aggressively carbonated, whereas other ones are just like, I know this is carbonated technically because I open it, it's like you hear the kss, and also when you taste it, you can feel it, but like some are like light carbonation. Do you guys know what I mean? Am I insane for saying that? Red Bull feels very light on it, which is partly why I probably like it so much. And I would love it if Red Bull could send me some more free cases in the future, as they have in the past, cough, cough. But also I would love it if OG cleans this one out here. Looking for a sweep over incorrect. Great for the game differential. Would actually put us positive in the Shift Summer League. Naps. Good to catch across. Wonder just going to allow J-Naps to get a boost. Men better than you, Wanda, have allowed him to do that, and it has not worked out well. Nearly takes it all the way back across. As Calm will send that back to mid. Flitz lays that down to Wanda, trying to get the three-person passing play going, but Expert runs out of boost very quickly. And he had to play for the hard read. Oh, whoa. I looked away for 1 second. I have no words. Flitz. And Wanda, what is that? I have to type in game chat. That's incredible. I'm not even angry. That's just pure comms right there. To be able to get that angle is one thing, but to be able to actually put that top shelf is disgusting. Demo in the backfield. Expert trying to get that one back to Flitz. He's going to overcook that one. So instead it's Wanda. Double. Not in J-Naps. Instead it's Noli with a reset late one. It's going to somewhat screw up Flitz. Double commit from incorrect, and in fact, if not for Expert, could have really been a goal scoring opportunity for OG, but instead, let's reset. Back to our own half. Calm. Trying to slow that one down. Flitz calls the bluff on the second. Wanda has the lightest of angles on that one. Honestly, I thought he missed, but instead he did get that pinch up. Calm too close to flip from side, back wall to side. Instead should be Expert with an open shot. And well positioned. The Captain Flitz able to do the work instead of Expert for success. OG really gonna have to dig deep for this one. 3 minutes to go. You don't crave water? I'm a Hydra homie now, guys. When people ask me what my favorite drink is, I unironically say water. It's just better. Just like JNaps, just like Calm. That's 100% calculated by Calm. That was definitely going to be a pass and not a missed shot from an angle. Poor Wanda got a little confused for where that was possibly going to go. High lob, JNap's not like this! You can't do him like that! OG with the classic kickoff. 1, 2, and off the ceiling 3. Right into their net. Incorrect. Where did you put that momentum? They seem to have misplaced it. We've never been more back, chat. Wanda trying to strike back, and he does. Okay, chat, we got a little overeager. We got a little bit too cocky on that one. I thought Noli had the read to BH. And yet, no, it looks like a pro player with an open shot will indeed score. Let's see if they can pull off something else. Here's another kickoff. Going more basic on this one. In fact, JNaps is just going straight for the bump. There, it worked out exactly as I wanted it to. That was the biggest jinx ever? No, it wasn't. You're so insane for saying that, oh well. Not even worried. Not even worried. See, right here, that's a goal. Ah! Oh, okay, Calm did have that. See, guys, I called it. Would a jinx know that that was a goal? Probably not. I gotta say, almost insane effort from Expert. Wanda. Tap down, trying to dribble. Well done. Incorrect getting that lead demo almost worked, but Calm. A heroic challenge will prevent it. So instead, incorrect. Open for deflection, kind of like that one. Noli couldn't handle the first read. That's why JNap's throwing it down the middle. Wanda Mike full sent on the side wall, which makes that angle so much harder to get back to as it went down the middle. And now it's a giveaway again. JNap's staying middle, looking for a 50. He's too low for it. Flitz is too far away. Noli, look for the pass. JNap's trying to get it right back to him. And the Expert angle. Going to cut that out again. Calm, unfortunately, pinched that right down to Wanda. JNap's trying to prevent it. Expert double. Calm. Gotta stay in net. He's gonna go for the in and out. Wanda puts it over him. And Incorrect again finds a way. That's a tough one. It's one of those things you might want back next time. If you can redo that one, might have been better to stay on the ground. Naps. Pass across. Calm's already pre-jumping that one. Even if it's not a true contact. Deflection helps at times. Calm. Into Noli. That's really high for Wanda. You will be able to get to it, but no possession. Calm. Light tap down. Into the corner. Naps high lob. Expert. Just trying to parry away reads. Note that these are not clears. OG still very much trying to bear down. Calm faking high. There's a demo to lead the way. Wanda, good job to get the first bump. Sequence still going for OG, but they're losing that direct influence on where this ball is headed. They're going to have to retreat eventually. So Calm will get on forward. A little bit of an awkward touch there. Rare moment where it goes past the ball. Calm to JNap's, only one with boost up on attack. Flips into the ceiling as that'll skim. JNap's maybe looking for the pre-flip, a little bit wide. And that should still be his again. Calm, third player. He's already up, another pre-jump from OG. And Incorrect fully respected it. One to high lob just to hold that one up. Trying to give him space to get back into it. Flitz. Good shot down. Expert again, just slotting one. Poor Calm did almost everything correct on this one. Trying to go for the 50, but the hit was just too far behind him. Incorrect, looking like they might have secured this one. And I'm going to hold judgment on the might just because. Let's see how this kickoff goes. Noli fakes back corner. And never mind, Noli is just flipping inside. So they actually did just kind of decide GG go next on this one. Fair enough. Not another fake kickoff in their mind there. Instead, we will see what Game 4 holds in store for us. Is incorrect. Gonna stave off the sweep. That was an insane amount of shots from incorrect. They, in just regulation, had 15 shots to our 5. So that was by far the best offensive performance I've ever seen out of incorrect. Granted, I say that without watching too many of their outside games. So maybe they're just like this now. Maybe they're just actually really solid this week. Either way, they start off with the most ridiculous pinch goal. So just kind of goofy on that regard. But either way, Estadio Vita is where we're going to go next. We will see how OG fares, as we were denied a sweep. Doesn't mean anything about Game 4. Everything reset, all the momentum back to where it should be, hopefully, in the OG camp. As we're trying to get back to a fast start, something incorrect has been pretty good at. Naps pass across to Com as he is kind of faking that one around. Just going to get his boost instead. Wanda, lay it down. Jam's trying to take this to the corner. Even with minimal boost, he's still playing his angles very well. Noli and Com were both up. Noli will bail. As Com gets a good enough touch in the first. Naps trying to get that one again. Not going to work. Well, just trying that slow read. I think, honestly, might have been trying to get that boost in the end. If Flitz didn't get to it first. Oh, Naps, open shot, and he's just so good. He's a shooter. Nails that back post. And longtime veteran, as said by Reddles, when I talked to him in London, he said, in terms of just sheer finishing, Reddles said he would put J-Naps up there with any other pro, especially in NA. I watch this guy in free play. All he does is just work on slots in free play. That is all he does. So that is the training regimen of potentially the Canadian GOAT. High flick over everybody. J-Nap's trying to do it himself, but only so much momentum you can work with there. Com. Not gonna work out, so instead it's Expert. Throwing that one a little bit across. Noli, another 50, straight down. As Com playing off that corner. Flitz knows it. He puts it right down. By design, by OG. Getting those boost steals away. Trying to chase everything down as J-Naps. I like this from OG. They sense their advantage. They're trying to press it. Naps. Air dribble, should have another extension. He's trying to just push it past Expert. Nothing fancy on that. As Noli will allow that flick up and over. Sometimes you don't want to dive in, take yourself out of the play. Com. Naps just going to throw that over to Wanda Mike. He has to send that wall. Expert knew it was coming, but so did Noli. Does land still to Flitz in open space. Com gets the first touch, recovered on the backboard. And Com will actually fake underneath Flitz and get a deflection as well on Wanda. Luckily for incorrect. Not going to go too much further. Expert doing a good job policing these touches in the midfield. Naps actually not going to get that one, but really nobody does. That's 3 straight whiffs in this pro lobby. Not something you often see. How many weeks is the league running again? This is the last game, and then there will be 6 games remaining for everyone starting in Tuesday of next week, and then there's another 3 games in Wednesday. So 3 and 3, and then league play will be done. And then after that, playoffs are first week of August, I believe. Wait, no, second week of August, sorry. Yeah, I could have just said next week, but I wanted to be specific about how many games you guys can expect to see remaining. What are our playoff conditions? More or less just win this series and continue winning. Noli, almost the double. Naps looking for that back post. Nothing doing. This would be, this game, if we can hold on to this 1-goal lead, would be our series winner. Would also be our 3rd series we've won today after losing 3 yesterday. So to say that this would be a redemption arc is very much understating it. Noli. 50 to cross again. Calm looking to chase that one down. Instead it will be Noli into open space. I love that inventiveness. X are doing a good job of reading most, but can they read JNaps? He's just too slimy. They can't demo him. They can't get the ball. He'll just slip out of their grasp. Underneath Expert, over top Wunda. And even with the bump, it's far too late. 2-0. Cushion under a minute to secure a 3rd straight victory. This is the OG bounce back I wasn't hoping for, I was expecting coming in for today. I'm certainly not disappointed. But doesn't mean anything if you can't keep it. Pass middle, Calm. No boost, might need Noli, but Calm will trust himself to push that one out to JNaps, who will then push it again over to Noli. That might just be an open shot. Flitz keeps it out, though. And will extend it again, actually. Well done by the newly rank X Flitz in the 6-man server. And yeah, despite all that effort, it is still OG. Hold on to the clean sheet. Flitz gives it middle, and that's just going to be sent again all the way downfield. Yesterday, it was disaster. Today, it's the masterclass. OG getting the dubs. That's 3 series wins in a row. And that should move us right into playoff contention with next week 6 more series to determine how we're all going to finish up. Whew! Chat, chat, chat. What time to be alive. I'm saying illy to the referee. Also, Incorrect Hair said illy, and I said you smell, and they felt bad, so then I said I need to say illy too. But other than that, they do smell. And OG smells good, though, right now, based on how we were able to completely, maybe not completely undo everything. Uh-oh, chat. I was saying that Genji and Dig was going to be a Genji type of game, and instead it is 2-1 to Dig. So before we end this broadcast, I'm actually going to go over to that broadcast and see what the heck is going on here. I don't know. I expect that. Twitch.tv/Dignitas. And yeah, we're going to check in a little bit on what the heck Dignitas is doing as I watch this ad! Ad! Ugh. Chat. What's with the dead pixel? Oh, if it's on the webcam, that's actually just part of the graphic I forgot to erase. I'll probably edit that afterwards. All right, chat. We are watching wide gyro, apparently. No, that's just something in the overlay that I didn't actually notice at the time. I will be able to erase that in between, don't worry. So yeah, we are just checking in to see how this one goes out. Wide gyro is going to be, I guess, the Dignitas scoreboard. I don't know how I feel about that, but either way, it's actually going to be Dignitas in the lead in game number 4. Again, I was assuming Genji would probably come out and be able to win this one, particularly because Dignitas, I think, has lost 2 series coming into this one. But every team, you know, matches up differently with every other team. Hello, Angela, which is not your name. Everyone knew what happened to Boston. I think he's still like a member of the org. Wow, Dignitas is actually kind of cooking right now. You don't call me Angela, sorry. Angelica, that is the name. Man, Genji is a weird team in the Shift Summer League. They come in 1 week, they're getting like farmed by randoms, and then the next week they're like the best team in the world again. They're like beating everyone. Like yesterday they were just destroying people, and now it's like they're coming into a series 2 wins, and then they just start playing Dig Toss, and suddenly it's like, oh no, this is the worst. This is the worst possible matchup for us. It's a strange one. His name still says Dig on Twitter. Yeah, I think he's still part of the org. I don't know if he's like officially the sub, because technically they already have 4 players in the roster, you know? That was more of a gimmick anyway. I mean, I don't know why they don't just sign him to like... To say he's a dual sport athlete just felt like a little weird. It was like, bro, this guy's never touching the field. Like, why are we trying to act like this is truly a 2-sport thing? Being signed to a sub as a pro esports roster is not the same as... Oh my god! What did I just see, Gen G? Chronic. Chronic, my boy. Never had Lamplight? Bro, no, he's like a GC 1 or 2. Like, that's not bad, obviously, and statistically, that's like a pretty decent rank. But that's not a pro play. You can sub him in. He doesn't travel to lands because he would never play. Even if a player broke his hand, he would never sub in. It's just, I don't know. It's just weird. I don't like the gimmick of making people who aren't pro level subs. Okay, well, I guess this game is still going, chat. That's wild. I did not expect this one to be so back and forth. Man, Jarvis going crazy over there. He's just standing up. He's screaming. I don't know if he's in comms with these guys or what. I would assume he's not, but my gosh. Anyway, chat. I mean, in terms of the overall standings, to focus back on OG for everyone who's like, how did OG do? We just won 3-1 against Incorrect, which means we 3-2'd Poab, and that we also 3-0 Dignitas today. So everything kind of topsy-turvy right now, but we are now 5-7 going into next week, which is where we very much have a chance to stay in playoffs. After a very rocky start, it's just about making sure we continue these winning ways. And honestly, the way that these teams are playing right now, these inconsistency at the top from NA, who really knows? As Gen G actually just lost Dig. Actually wild. Not really sure how to feel about that one, considering Dig is playing really weird all of today. But with that said, I think we're pretty much done here. We have all that we need for today in terms of our games played. Right now, we will be trying to send off a raid. I'm going to throw you guys over to College Carball, low-key, because that is going to be collegiate league play. Unfortunately, Shift Summer League collides with Summer Series, the best collegiate tournament, $20,000 that's available right now in all of Rocket League. So I'll send it over to you guys. But those guys, I'll be streaming a little bit later. But for right now, wonderful time here on the OG stream. That's another 3 wins. Again, still in playoff contention in the Shift Summer League. We just got to keep winning, keeping it going. And I think the boys look infinitely better than they did earlier on. So with that said, tune in next week, 7 p.m. EST on Tuesday, and then 7 p.m. EST on Wednesday as well. Final weeks of league play before the playoffs, which will happen the week afterwards for the Shift Summer League. Again, OG very much in the hunt. Just got to keep on winning up until then. Follow if you're new. Follow OG at OG Esports RL on Twitter and at OG Esports for just the org in general. Shop.ogs.gg for the new jersey. Any OG merch that you might want. I'm rocking the New Era baseball jersey. It's looking pretty clean, huh? Yeah. So definitely something you want to be checking out a little bit later. Good job. Half the wins are really just because of the hype in the chat. We like to see it. And again, we will hope to have equal amounts of some glamour and victories and hype in the chat for the next time. Enjoy College Carball. Best collegiate broadcast out there. Something I would have been working if not for OG. And we'll be checking guys next week. Peace, peace.